So we've got all of the full posts and the stubby posts in place now, so that's awesome. It was a little bit annoying. I knocked the laser with one of the posts, so I had to reset that, which, a whoopsie daisy moment, is what it is. But we've got that knocked off the list. Now we're gonna get through this timber behind me here to get the timbers joining all the posts and also the plates. So let's set that out and get started.
Sometimes you'll be seeing me taking off quite a large substantial amount off the wood and throw it away. It's not because I want to, it's just because you can see that here we've got a very big split in the wood, and it's best to take it out, because the last thing you want to be doing is toshing some screws in the end grain like that. But yeah, that's the reason why sometimes I take off such a big piece, because it's just unfortunately structurally not sound, not good enough.
I'm just going to add a little bit of tape on the end grain of the posts, just to give them a little bit extra protection. Yeah, boy. And lots and lots and lots. It was so lovely having a bit of the sun, and now back to reality. Rain, glorious rain, is what it is. Can't have it all. Where I've cut the timber, I've taken off the protective coating that they put on in the factory, and it looks just like a sponge. Just, you can see where the water has absorbed into the wood, so it makes sense just to give it that little bit of protection, especially when the posts are down and it rains. It won't go through the adhesive and it'll want to go underneath the plastic, and it will be just trapped underneath there. But luckily with the plastic, it won't be able to be absorbed, and it'll just sit on the top of the concrete pads. A little bit extra goes a long way. At least it's not cold. That's the worst thing, being outside and wet and cold. The fingers don't tend to work as well. Whenever it rains and there's moisture that gets underneath the timber, because of the adhesive, that stops it, and the water will instead just go underneath the rubber and the concrete, and that's where the pool of water will sit. Well, the water will sit. It's not going to completely stop the penetration of the water into the end grain, but it just helps slow it down a little bit and just gives it a bit more protection and just longevity. There you go, that one's even more apparent. Understandably, that some of you might be thinking that you're just trapping the moisture inside of it. I am, but the timber will expel it over time. It's just I don't want it to be constantly sitting in water. Let's get some timber in place. That needs to be out. Are you? Right. Oh, it wants to. It wants to fall. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Sonny Jin. Lots of things to check before I start screwing. Level. Level. Boom diggity. 1 minute. Yeah. Now that we've got the framing in along this side of the mobile home, it's square, but it's doing a little bit of a snake line, which is normal. That's absolutely fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to tosh in a couple of nails, pulling a string line the entire length, and then we can just shimmy the framework to follow the line. Oh. I can't really use the cladding against the mobile home as a reference because it's so wibbly wobbly. I'm going to do this section a little bit differently, not completely, just one part, which is having this piece, instead of being flush with the posts, I'm going to bring it on the underside of this piece of timber so that these floor joists are sitting on top of it, because I need this section here to be super duper strong. That is true. Around the world. Such a good tune. Do you want a safe side? If you can hold it, that should. Wasn't there a shop called Lush? blue. $12, $16, $12, $16. Degrees. There. Okay. But all the way in.
I'm sorry, it is really 8:30 in the evening. Bit tired. I was not expecting it to be that cushy. Sweet as a nut. The reason why I'm putting this angle in, I know it's temporary. I know it's boring hearing us say that. The reason why I'm putting this angle in is because I'd like to bring the decking on a 45, because we have two sections following
two sides of the mobile home, instead of just bringing them square into one another, I thought it would just look pretty. Bringing a mitre in to this section, and then from there they continue on. So from this end and that end coming into one another, I think it will look really pretty.
She seems pretty relaxed, so I think we're fine. Amaury and the camera survived. Thank you for watching, and we're hoping for a finished deck next time. See you on Saturday.